Hello and welcome to this Thursday live game. We are playing Thomas the Tank Engine Goes to War, and we have the island of Sodor here. This is a logistical um, Napoleonic Civil War game, but focusing on the logistical aspect of supporting an army. We're here with the invasion force, uh, the bad Isle of Man, who's jealous of Sodor and attacking, and they are doing a naval or an amphibious invasion here south of Sudbury. So, any questions before I go?
Mm,
None from me, sir.
Okay,
Not funny.
thanks. Two, four.
Yeah, sure. I'm theoretically in charge.
Yeah, I don't know what decisions I need to make, but there we go.
You can write up my section if you want. Otherwise,
Yeah, and then we'll just have it. We'll have a better a feel for how fast the trains move once we get that first turn in.
Yeah, they get 30 kilometers per turn.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Yeah, you could definitely load supplies up for Gordon Marshall. Have him go to Tid if he still has some room movement. Have him go to Tidsmouth on the far west side. It's Tid spelled Tidsmouth. Tidmouth. Sorry, there's no S. Tidmouth.
And it takes a full turn to load and.
Oh, I see. Okay, then you won't have to worry about that.
Okay, so you want me to go to Tidmouth instead of Kronk?
No, go to Kronk and load 2 food and ammunition.
Okay, got it.
We'll have to keep track of that. Shoot.
I'm creating a document for the module right now.
Do you have all the
Kevin,
orders
do
you
you want me
need?
to write my stuff up? Or...
Yeah, yeah. We all should write our own stuff up so that we can do it fast.
What is Edward loading up with?
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
We do now.
What is Edward loading up with?
Edward's loading 2 food, 1 ammunition.
Okay.
I've lost Thomas.
Lost the protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah, as they're giving their orders, you can go ahead and, if you can keep track of it, I'll make the movements
Okay, I found him.
to speed things up.
Okay, there we got it. Okay, Marshall, how do we get to your module?
Oh, it's IKS. It's Kriegsspiel. The name is Kriegsspiel and the password's IKS. All lowercase, I think, or it might be uppercase, but I can't
You mess with
remember.
the IKS brand?
Right?
I think it's all caps.
Is it all caps?
All right, Brett, let's go to umpire. I think we got everything you need, right? They wrote it in logistics.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm moving trains.
Yeah, no worries. So Thomas is heading to Vickerstown, so he's all, where'd he go? Almost there. Right. Henry is loading up at Rolls Castle. Where's that at? Did you already do that?
Where's James going to Kronk as well? Okay.
There's Rolls. So Henry is supposed to go to Rolls Castle. Let's put the division next to him, show him getting loaded. Kronk, Percy to Vickerstown. Where's Percy? Did you do him already?
Yeah, I started at the top. Oop.
So I think we're good.
Dude, I don't know if this is a train line. Okay, hold on. How does James have to go down the coast to?
He looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's an old railway there, but that doesn't look connected.
Yeah, it wasn't. I tried to go that way first. Fortunately, he knows this route better than me.
Alright.
I think he can get to about there. All right.
That's everything. What do they order the boat to do?
They didn't.
Oh, okay, forgot about the boat.
I don't know if I should have given them a reminder about it.
I'll just remind them this next turn. Alright, military is done, so I'm going to go do that for turn 2.
Okay.
And you can go to get your logistics again.
Okay, sounds good.
Hopefully they'll get faster.
Yeah, I think they will.
Alright, gentlemen. You start receiving urgent missives via the telegram from Sudbury. An invasion force has landed on the coast just south of the city. They've seized Brindham Docks and the airport and are fighting a division located around the castle south of Sudbury as they speak, and they request urgent reinforcements. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So, do you want a minute to talk, or do you want to give orders? I'll come back.
I don't think we should get off Sundari. moving through the pass.
All right, gentlemen. So far, the invasion is going well. 7 of 10 divisions have landed on the beach. They easily took Brindham Docks and the airport. You did find Sudbury was defended, so you couldn't land in the city itself. There's a division in the castle south of the city that is currently defending its outskirts, at the moment facing 2 divisions. And there's a assumed or suspected a 2nd division in the city itself. No other contact has been made.
Okay, I have easy orders. The 3 divisions who have yet to disembark, who are still in Sudbury Bay,
Mhm.
are to turn about and land at Killaban, just east-northeast of their position.
Okay.
Everyone else is going to storm Sodor. I want bayonets.
Alright, storms.
When do we expect the transports back in Douglas on the Isle of Man?
So the first 7 will be coming back.
Oh, I see your point.
Yeah, because the other 3 are going elsewhere. So 7 will arrive next turn to be loaded again.
Okay.
And then 3 more the following turn.
So that works.
Alright.
Thank you.
They can use the
Fly line here from Vicky's town. From
Alright.
Vickers town.
and
Well-
from Pill's Godred.
I need your orders.
All right, so we're gonna send 1 division from Rolf's castle to by rail. I believe it's being loaded as I gave orders to have it loaded. At least I don't know to Saturday or however you can get here.
Okay.
Send 1 division from
So-
the castle.
So they are loading. They are loading as we speak from Rolf's Castle. It's up to the logistics team to make sure that train goes where it's supposed to.
Okay,
So,
all right.
so let them know. But
Send the,
it is loading.
okay, yeah, that's good. Does someone send a telegram to the logistics team telling them to send that division to Saturday?
No.
All right. What else do you think we should do, guys, gentlemen?
Empire question. Could we, like, is there, like, a national militia service on Sodor?
You got your 8 divisions, and then you can. England is willing to furnish as many reinforcements as you can transport. So, if you want men, tell your logistics team to send reinforcements. The 1 division that's been fighting, they've already used up half their ammunition. Do you want the 2nd division in Sudbury to get engaged or to hold in the city?
What era combat is this? Just to be sure.
This is 1860, 1870. When did I say this was?
That's what I thought. I thought it was like American Civil War.
1871.
Yeah. I think they'll go out and join the fighting. I think.
Yes, we definitely need to keep that defensive castle.
Maybe you can. How about we have the other division fall back to where the 2nd division was as well?
Yeah. Also, James, player James and umpire James, include in your telegraph that we need ammo in the capital.
Already got it. Isle of Man forces have landed south of Sudbury, and we are trying to take our capital. A train needed at Rolf's Castle to transport a division to Sudbury. Ammo is desperately needed at Sudbury.
Perfect.
Got it.
So,
Any other orders?
Kirk Ronan, that's another invasion route that they're expected to be coming.
possible. Attack route. That's just something I drew before the game started. Just so happened that this red arrow that I drew that I thought was a possible attack route they used.
Oh, they went the long way.
Well, they can attack anywhere on a coastline. There's no limiting factor for them.
All right, thank you.
But I feel
All right, let me do my screenshot. Oh, I got to roll for combat, then do screenshots. So you got 2-1 here. And they're in the castle, so they just take another disruption, and they're taking... It's 2, but I'm going to split it between the 2 of them. And they're not in a castle, so not so much protection. So they're going to take 2, but they're going to run out of ammo very quickly. Very, very quickly. Which is alright. That's how it was designed. Alright, let me... So now it's 10 o'clock. Let's give them another screenshot. Use fire to fire to illustrate captured points. Actually, so turn to arrive, turn to load. I'm not sure the trains would be there yet.
Marshall. Wait, so are these things loaded here? Because if they are, then they can.
No, they. I don't think. I'm not aware that they have any kind of a load.
Oh, actually, can you load ammunition, 2 ammo and 1 food, for both of those trains instead, Marshall?
Well, I already wrote my orders. We already turned in our turn 1 orders.
Yeah, this is turn 2.
We're into turn now.
We're on turn 2.
Oh, okay. So you want me to pick up 2 ammo?
Yeah, 2 ammo, 1 food.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to the stuff that I loaded the first time?
You actually didn't load. It didn't. It takes a turn to load. So you just got there.
They arrived.
That was your turn.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not even going to Victoria Town. I'm loading both at Kronk.
Yeah, you're loading both at Kronk right now.
Okay, I'm with you now. Load. Okay, got it. Okay, so it's going to take a turn to load. So after I load, then I'll be giving a movement order.
Yep.
Okay, that's sorry. Okay, and you got your orders in. Yeah, you do. Head to Vickerstown. Thomas is Vickerstown. Henry loads the division. Okay, I think we're good there. I think that's our turn 2 orders.
Yep. Interesting that McPanther just went for the capital.
That's annoying. Delete. Anything I can do to help with logistics?
I have done up to Emily and Gordon. I think I haven't done Edward, James, and Percy yet.
Okay. They didn't order Henry anywhere either.
Henry is loading at Rolf's Castle.
Oh, he just got there. Okay. So Edward moved to Sudbury. Where is Edward? Oh, he's loaded. Okay. Okay, so he's just going down the line. Which I did do that math before. It's about right here. 12. Right, Edward's going to Sudbury. James goes to Tidsmouth. See where James is at?
How do you rotate one of the cars?
You hold Q or E rotates them.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you.
I made it hard on myself with these tiny. We could make them a little bit bigger, I guess, if we wanted.
What I find annoying is that I grab pieces out of them when I mean to pick them up.
Yes, gotta give them a second.
Okay. Did you get?
Where
are you?
I did, Edward. I'm trying to find James. I don't know where James is at.
Yeah. There's Henry. James is over.
Toriak. Where the heck is that?
He's over here. Yeah, Toriak,
Okay.
on the west coast. I got James. Oh no, you got him. Okay.
And he's going to
Where's
Tidsmouth.
Percy?
I guess he's picking up troops.
Here's Percy. Percy's going to Vickers. Doing Percy.
Alright. Percy goes to Vickerstown.
12. So. Ooh, he just misses it.
You can just put him in Vickerstown.
Okay, all right.
It'd be nice. Alright. My military's done, so we're on to 10 o'clock now. Has a turn. How's it going?
Yeah, it's intense actually. It's more intense than I thought it would be. Yeah.
Okay. You're doing good. So, alright, I'm gonna go get my military orders.
Okay.
Alright, gentlemen. Your 2 divisions south of Sudbury are still holding, but one division reports they have no ammo at all anymore and will be forced to fall back. The other one has about 2 hours worth. More bad news, though. It looks like the enemy Isle of Man has landed west of Killaban and is in the process of capturing it. I think that's it. So I'll let you
I have a question.
Sure.
When you said we can call the British for more men, do you mean that as in like reinforcing units or new regiments?
New divisions.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's one of the 4 basically resources that can come from England is the reinforcements. So you gotta tell logistics that's what you want.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, I thought that was just to replenish our divisions after they were like attacked, basically.
No, it's to give you more units and a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad I'm here?
I'm so glad I have subordinates. Yeah. So someone want to send a dispatch or a telegram saying we need reinforcements. Other than that, I mean, so if logistics like moves our troops, right, James?
Yep.
Like by rail.
So you can move them by road if you want, but rail's obviously a lot faster. So if you want me to do any road movements, let me know.
Okay. Anyone we want to move by road? Maybe one of the divisions from Tidmouth.
Well, that's what they were saying. They have a train closer to Tidmouth if we wanted to relocate it instead of Peel.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, how many divisions can they fit on one train?
One.
Yeah. So we can get one walking and one on the train.
I'll come back. Let me talk to the other team.
Probably rotate out those 2 on the right.
All right, gentlemen. The attack continues to go fairly well. The enemy is holding south of Sudbury, but you're slowly bringing your forces to bear. You've taken or are taking Kilban without any resistance at all, and pretty light casualties on your side so far. Not too bad.
Okay, I've got easy orders,
Okay.
or at least straightforward orders. Task Force Killaban is going to attack north. The objective is the city of Kronk.
Okay.
The main force in Soderi is simply to attack vigorously. Go stab them.
Got it. And then
7 transports. We're going to land 4 divisions on the west side of the river at Wellsworth, which is just east of Sudbury.
I see that. Okay. So on the west side of the river.
West of Sudbury, on the west side of that river, like where the W is.
Okay.
We're going to land there and face west.
Okay.
And the other 3 transports are going to land 3 divisions and take the city of Harwick in the northwest.
Okay, Harwick. All right.
That's it. To your point about rotating to you, I agree with you, but one more turn. If one of them's only at 1, they can stand to get shot again, and then we'll rotate them out. The other thing is, it's better to minimize the number of units who take 1 damage, because you can never go back to 0. So I would rather have 1 unit at 4 and 1 unit at 0 than 2 units at 1 at this point, because we can eventually heal down to 1.
All right. I'm ready for your orders.
I think we'll send a division from Peel by road south.
All right, they're heading down south on the road. Okay. All right. What about the division that doesn't have ammo anymore in Sudbury? What are they to do?
They're to retreat into the town.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Let's see. I gotta remember how fast I'm moving troops in a turn. This is 2 hours. We'll do 6 kilometers in 2 hours. Maybe 8. We'll do 8 to be nice. So they're coming south. They're fleeing into the town. There's their food, I guess. Would they give their ammo to them to hold in the castle? Probably. Better to hold in the castle. Although I think that means they're getting surrounded. Not good. And they're just gonna fall back. They're about to land. They're about to land. Oh, they're going north, which is not good. About to. Why is there no talking?
Oh, sorry.
Because we are typing.
Oh, okay.
Are we the slowest for you? Sorry, James.
You are the slow team, but I guess you would be by design.
This is the logistics game.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. I thought we had 1 more person on our team. Did we lose someone?
Yeah, there's a few that didn't show up.
They get blacklisted. Blacklisted.
Well, the other problem we run into is the railroad union regulations, so that we have to take breaks.
That's
You
true.
can't just run all the time, you know. Even if there is a war on, there's, you know, what are we fighting for if not, you know, for the Union?
So we got to talk about Kronk because they sent people to intercept that.
Oh yeah, I just drove through them actually. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but they left on this turn, right? So we can say a train got by, and then these guys are arriving.
No, yeah, Kildane just arrived. Sorry, the Henry just arrived, but they're loaded on the train.
Well, we're gonna be nice, and they're gonna offload very quickly.
Okay.
Just to give them a fighting chance.
The urgency.
They all hop. You can hop off the train faster and load up.
Okay. Is Gordon getting? So Gordon wanted to go through there to Sudbury as well.
So let's say he got cut off. He could go around. I mean,
yeah. He's going to go the long.
Wellsworth and back. He'd still make it.
Yeah. He's going to go 20. He can. Yeah, he can just make it. Keep picking up this stuff. Got a long click. All right.
Yeah, they luckily found their depot and are about to take it.
Yeah.
Need any help with logistics?
Let's see. I did everything in Vickersville. I think I'm missing. James is loading a division. Was that?
Oh, he's over
Did the
here.
military approve that?
Yeah, so they're loading. I guess they'll leave next turn. That's fine.
And then Edward. Where's Edward? Edward's going to Tid's. Okay, there's Edward. I'll move him to
Tidmouth. So he's going.
Where is Tidmill?
It's way to the west.
Okay, so he's just going to go. Okay. 19. Oh, he's going to. Is he going to go through Kildane? Probably.
Probably, if they didn't specify.
Yeah. 23. Ooh, yeah. So he's about there. All right. All right. I think that's everyone.
Okay. You can go ahead and do next turn. I'm doing screenshots right now.
Okay. Hey, are you giving, do they see the screenshots as well? Will they know that the fighting's happening in Kildane?
No, you can have, I guess, let them know verbally that, like, Henry reports fighting.
Yeah.
The military
Yeah.
should let them know too, but you can just tell them.
Yeah.
Glad I'm not doing this by myself. Alright.
Um,
Alright, gentlemen. Not great news. Your division south of Sudbury was surrounded and captured inside the castle, and they have surrendered. The other division retreated deeper into the city, and good news is 2 engines have arrived, Emily and Gordon, loaded with lots of ammo, so they can fight for another 8 hours with the ammo they have now, or are receiving. In north of Kilban and Kronk, the enemy has pushed north, and fortunately you had that division coming on, being pulled by Henry. They quickly rush out of their cars and move to defend Kronk, but they are vastly outnumbered, as you can see, and the depot and all the supplies are at risk of being taken. What's worse is there are more fleets sighted south of Wellsworth and west of Harwick. Looks like another landing force coming near those areas, and I think that's about it.
Do we have a navy?
You have a single cargo ship.
Could we request the assistance of the? I'm gonna assume a question the assistance of the Royal Navy is against the cards.
That's not. That's yeah. They're far away. Not going to come here in time to save you. Okay, I'll come back for your orders.
So,
All right, gentlemen. The invasion continues to go well. Your Sudbury force has surrounded and captured enemy division. They have surrendered to you. The other division retreated north into the city and is gone, or out of sight anyway. Your Killaban force has moved north. They've encountered resistance in Kronk, but report that they outnumber them, and that it appears that the enemy has a supply depot in Kronk. So that's a good finding. Your landing forces at Wellsworth and Harwick are nearly landed, and you've got 3 more transports ready to load at Douglas.
Okay. The 3 transports are going to load 3 divisions and disembark them in Arlesburg,
Okay.
and then send the transports back. That's just right across the bay. The guys in Wellsworth will disembark and then move west towards Crosby. The guys in Harwick.
Sorry, say that one again. Wellsworth will disembark and then west towards Crosby.
Correct. I don't expect them to move very fast, and that's fine.
Yep.
The guys in Harwick are going to take Harwick and then move southeast through the mountain pass towards Peel Godred, all 3 divisions.
Okay.
Task Force Killaban will seize the supply depot in Kronk.
and get the railway if we can.
Sure. And the main force in Soderi is going to leave the 2 most disrupted units in Soderi for now, and have the rest of the force pushed north towards Marin, whatever that place is called.
Okay.
Can I revise that, James?
Yep.
All of them are going to go to Marin, except one of them is going to go towards Kronk. So 2 in Soderi, 4 to Marin, 1 to Kronk.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
We just
over. But I don't know if they have an engine in Rolf's Castle that can bring the division over. So we're going to order to march by foot. But we definitely need to. I think we need to abandon the capital and send our infantry division over. We'll order to march over and to try and help Kildane. But so yeah, so tell them we need reinforcements Kildane, to send to Rolf's Castle. I don't know what else to do.
All right. I need your orders.
Oh gosh, you guys are.
All right. The division in Surrey, we're going to unfortunately have to abandon the capital. That division is going to march to the aid of Kildane, to the leaving this town to the east and heading up the road that way.
Okay.
The division on the march is to continue down to Kildane, and I think that's all from the army.
All right, got it. Thank you. Actually, we'll go see how logistics is going.
Yeah. Actually, maybe we should have. We can still change our orders, right, Brett?
Yeah.
Each turn is an hour. You said.
2 hours.
Oh man, they actually need food right now. I'm gonna have the boat moved. Have the boat move.
It has to load for another turn.
Yeah, have it keep loading. Yeah, I'll have Percy move there to Norby.
Yeah. You could feed them and then honestly just pick them up and start moving them.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
That works.
Yeah, everyone's
You
gonna
can load
need,
them on the boat, and they can eat on the boat.
everyone's gonna need food by dinner time.
Yep.
I think we're mostly pretty good for food, except for like a couple of places. They want. Do we get? Are we getting English reinforcements from Vickerstown?
Yeah, you have to load them up. They're available at Vickerstown.
Oh, frack!
You have to order
Yeah.
it. That's one of the 4 resources you can order loaded.
Oh.
It takes up all 3 train cars per division.
I didn't know we even had a division. Oh, frack. Let's change. Shoot.
Boats already were cooked. We can't do anything this turn unless we unload and reload something.
Yeah, because Percy and Thomas already loaded, right? Yeah.
Yep, and the boat's already
Halfway loaded?
it's more than halfway loaded.
No, let's have the boat just have the boat grab some divisions, yeah. Division and we can change the boat loading.
We can change 2, but we can't change 3.
Yeah, change the boat loading to 1 division and 2 of something.
Okay.
Probably ammunition. No, we don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're going to the same. They're going to a place where we have a lot of stuff. You got it, Kermit?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Nice balanced loadout.
Marshall, can you type in the telegraph and let them know we acknowledge the orders and we'll try to do so as soon as possible?
I'm already.
Any help on logistics?
Henry needs to go to Tidmouth.
Henry, where's Henry?
And Thomas. I'm doing Thomas right now.
Henry's cut off though because they just took Kildane.
Yeah, they're really screwed.
I think he'd run. Like he can't go forward. I think he'd just come back to Vickerstown, right?
Yeah, if they can go somewhere, I move them somewhere.
Yeah, he's just going back. Yeah, they should have been loading reinforcements already. That's like the main thing they need. Well,
Yeah.
they need everything. I may have been a bit harsh on their capacity because it's not going well so far. Let's see. James he was carrying the Sodor division, right? Would he have dropped him off at Crosby? Over
Yeah.
here. So I'm gonna show them over there. And then Edward can't go west because Wellsworth's cut off.
I'm letting them change the boat's order, half of the boat's order,
Okay.
and halfway through. I figure only fair.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to start doing screenshots.
All right. I think everything's done.
Wait, it's not 12, it's 1400.
Where did Henry end up?
I sent him back east towards.
Oh, yeah. He's going towards Vickerstown. Yeah.
It'll be fun to read the Telegraph when this is over. Oh, he's gone. Let's see. 1400. All right, gentlemen. So your second Sudbury division is marching east to Kronk and about to arrive. The division that was defending Kronk and Kildane report that they were overrun and have broken and retreated to Kronk Abbey. The division you sent south from Pilgodred reports they should arrive at Kronk within the next 2 hours. The division sent east that was being pulled by James reports they've gotten off at Crosby as there's an invasion force to their east and they're preparing to fight. And then you don't have soldiers there, but the towns of Arlesburg and Harwick report they've been overrun. And that's about it. I'll come back for orders.
And the injured units that comes east.
Oh, I would say that we use the fort. I think that that's a fort in ground.
Okay.
I'm here for order. Well, no, let me give you an update. Sorry. So the Wellsworth force has landed and secured a foothold on the beach, and gone a little bit inland. No resistant at Arlesburg or Harwick. Those cities and towns are captured. Good news from Kronk and Kildane. The division that opposed you there has been broken and forced back. They've retreated to Kronk Abbey, and you are in control of the enemy supply depot now. But they do report a new division arriving across the bridge to the west. Your men in Sudbury are taking a little bit longer than you thought they would. They're having to process the prisoners, and then getting through the cities slowed them down a little bit. But they're captured the whole city and are moving north as you'd ordered. And you've got, I guess you've still got the 3 ships there because Arlesburg wasn't that far away. So you got 3 to load, and then the other ships will be returning to Douglas next turn.
Okay, and we have 4 divisions in Douglas, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so the 3 divisions in Douglas are going, or three of the divisions in Douglas are going to land at Knapford on the southwest corner behind the Crosby people.
Okay.
Let's just go left to right. My team, stop me when you disagree, but we only got a short chance to talk. The Wellsworth Corps, 3 divisions are going to attack west towards Crosby. 1 division is going to move northwest to occupy Elsbridge.
Okay.
The Harwick Corps in the north is going to continue advancing through the mountain pass, or advance through the mountain passes towards Peel Godred.
Alright.
The 3 divisions in Arlesburg on the west coast. What do you guys think? Ulfstead or Peel Godred?
Peel Godred.
Peel
The
Godred.
big.
Okay.
Peel Godred.
All right, then Arlesburg's core of 3 divisions will also advance east on the north side of the Arl River towards Peel Godred.
Okay.
I have a question.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
In Kronk, that it's a fort in Kronk, that gray.
Yeah, it's a fort.
Okay.
Fantastic. We will put the closest division into the fortress in Kronk. We will have the uninjured, the undamaged division attack the incoming division by the fort and keep the other division garrisoning the city in case anybody else shows up.
Okay.
And for the Sudbury group, 4 divisions should be going to Moran, and 1 division should be going northeast towards Kronk. The other 2 are going to stay in Soderi until they can recover a little bit. So they should be the 2 disruption ones, I think.
Also, could we get a ship there to take the prisoners?
Yes, but probably not yet, because we need the ships.
We now have a lot of 3 ships actually that are just lingering about somewhere, going back to Douglas, but we only will have 1 division left in Douglas after this turn.
Okay, good point.
Remind me where you want the divisions in Sudbury to go?
4 of them are going to Moran, just straight north of it.
Okay.
1 of them is marching northeast towards Kronk, and the 2 most disrupted units are going to recover and guard prisoners until we can get the prisoners out of there. And Langbart, I think next turn, I think you're right. We should try to get the prisoners out, but let's do it next turn and not.
Well, just give it to a general order. A free ship is to move here to pick the prisoners. And
is that doable?
But other than that,
oh, sorry. What were you saying?
No, you're fine. We'll do it next turn.
Okay.
There isn't a ship close. They're in Arlsburg, Harwick, and Douglas.
The Wellsworth. I think that's
All right.
that's what's preventing our engine from getting out of there.
I'm here for orders.
All right. The division that's approaching Kildane from the west is to head north. Other divisions to the north of the town, around Kronk Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
So all three of the divisions should consolidate around there.
Okay.
I think any other movement we were doing, guys. I think all the rest of the movements done is being done by the logistics team, right? All right, I'll take that as a yes. I guess that's it.
Okay.
You have to say something to Crosby.
You got a division in Norrumby, a division in Rolf's Castle, and a division in Tidsmouth that haven't moved yet, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll send the division from Norrumby start to march by road to Rolf's Castle.
Percy is there, so I don't know if Percy's picking him up or what.
Oh, he's in Normandy?
Yeah.
Picking them up, yeah.
Okay, well, they just said it was 2 to 3 turns. That's what has me confused now.
So do you want, again, the English troops, you want them to arrive at Wolf's Castle?
Yeah, and have them also send supplies. We need supplies at Rolf's Castle. Rolf's Castle is the new staging ground to like rebuild and reform basically a force that can counterattack. Enough now, it's far enough away from the fighting that, you know, they should be enough time for troops and ammunition and food to arrive on top of the reinforcements, so that, you know, they can, you know, not only exactly, I mean, we don't just need reinforcements, we need food, we need ammo. We can't just be asking for reinforcements. But yeah, I think that's, yeah, so I guess then that division of Northern Ray will just wait and hope that the train gets them. I think that's it then, yeah.
Okay.
Cruiser in.
Wait, no, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
You can't unload at Rose Castle.
They can unload next to Rolf's Castle. Maybe
Also,
It needs to have a ferry port.
It needs to have a ferry port. Yeah, that's in the rules.
I thought of everything. Maybe.
You should have them unload at Brendan Docks.
No, HQ wants them at Rolf's Castle.
Well, you have to unload them at Kirk Ronan then.
What did I put on?
Jeez. There's a boat and a train car now.
Do you guys know that Emily and Gordon are northwest of Sudbury? They still got food cars on them.
No, they unloaded.
Yeah, they unloaded at Sudbury.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they're still sitting there.
We have orders for them to come back down.
They have nowhere to go.
Well, actually, no, they're coming back to east via Sudbury and Killaban and Cabal New.
Those lines are under control of the enemy.
Well, there's no lines. Is Wellsworth line clear?
No.
Nope.
Not clear here.
Then there's no lines. There's no lines, James.
Well,
that's not true.
There you go.
Yeah, it's completely true.
I don't know what it is for those. If they went to Marin and then Ulfstead Castle and then east from there and then across the mountains.
There's no line to Marin.
go through Wellsworth and then Marion, but of course Wellsworth is with taken. So
Yeah, that's what we just said. There's no line open.
they're stuck.
Oh, so are we stuck at? Can we at least get back to Sudbury?
Well, they're at Sudbury now, basically.
Okay. Well, they'll have to. They'll have to make Nimi.
So I actually think they haven't ordered to destroy any rail lines, which maybe I should remind them they can. Since they all moved north, they could sneak through the city and get to Caliban. We could be nice and let them do that, I think.
Okay. All right.
So I'll move Emily and Gordon.
All right. I'll change where they. So they.
So they're both at Cabell New now.
All right. I'll let them know.
Just to be nice. They snuck through. Okay. I think I did my military already, so.
I'm done with. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm ready for turn
right,
6.
So at 4 o'clock. 1600.
All right. I'm gonna let them know. Emily and Gordon snuck through. Is there anything special as we get tonight? Or...
No, just things can't happen. It's basically take a pause. Actually, did I say they could? Yeah. So the boat can move, but nothing else can move, and then we'll just kind of start over the following day.
So the boat gets one move, or?
Yeah. Well, it can move at the night and maybe offload. We'll be nice about that. Let's see. Screenshots for. Are they getting reinforcements anytime? Oh, he's gone. Never mind.
So does the knight have all? I mean, does it have several turns, or does?
No, we'll hit night and then fast forward to morning.
Okay. So this turn only the boat moves.
Well, we're not night yet. It's 4. Oh. It's 4. It gets night at 8 p.m. So we got.
8 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
We got 2 more turns after this. Then it'll be night.
Are there trains in Kildare? I thought the trains in they're saying
Sodor,
Sodor.
but
All right.
that's what I'm saying. We take Kildane back, they'll be able to get out.
Let me give an update. So, the fighting around Kronk and Kildane has died down as your forces move north and regroup. The enemy has not pursued you any further, and so you a little bit quiet there. But you do hear or receive word from refugees that Marin has been taken to the west. Further west, your 1 division at Crosby is fighting for its life, holding off 3 divisions, and then there's a 4th enemy division moving towards Elsbridge. Your forces at Tidmouth report that another invasion, a smaller invasion force, was spotted near Knapford with landing boats moving in towards the docks there. And then the people at Harwick and Arlesborough report that the forces have left their towns, but they're not exactly sure where they went to. And I think that's it. I'll come back for orders.
Arwick.
All right. Things continue to go fairly well. So outside, Kildane and Kronk.
Not sure where. Let me see the map.
Let him go. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Thank you. The force that was west of you, they don't fight. They don't cross the bridge, and they continue north past the viaduct, and then basically congregate at Kronk Abbey. So there's 3 divisions now across that stream. So they're gathering forces there. Marin is taken without issue. You got your 2 divisions at Sudbury with some prisoners there. And then there's fighting outside Crosby. Your 3 divisions are pushing on the outskirts against the 1 division, doing fairly well. And then the 4th is going to Elsbridge. Your other groups are making their way as ordered, so far unopposed, and deeper into the island and the countryside. And your invasion force at Knapford's about to land, and you got your 1 division still to load up.
What is our overall objective? Is just take the whole island. It's not like victory points or.
Yeah, ultimately take the whole island. When I call it in an hour and a bit, I'll decide, based on what you've claimed and whatnot. Keep in mind, one thing you can do, which you haven't yet, is work on destroying rail line if you want.
Why would we destroy now
It's gonna
property?
be our rail line. All right, let's do orders and we'll discuss breaking rail stuff. I'm gonna go west to east if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
The 1 division in Douglas. I want to land the single division in Kirk Ronan in the southeast.
Kirk Ronan, where is it? Oh, I see that. Okay.
The 3 divisions in Knapford are going to land in Knapford and then push east towards Crosby. The 1 division approaching Elsbridge is going to take and hold Elsbridge.
Okay.
Task Force Wellsworth is going to attack Crosby. Everybody marching to Peelgodred from Arlesburg or Harwick are going to keep marching to Peelgodred. In Sodor, we're going to leave 1 division there and send the other to Kronk.
Hold on. 1 division there, send the other to Kronk. Okay.
Yep. Put the prisoners on a transport ship and take them back to the Isle of Man.
Okay.
The corps in Moran are going to attack east, straight at Kronk Abbey.
Okay.
And the garrison in Kronk is going to defend Kronk. I think that's 3 divisions and a 4th coming up. And then a 5th from Sodor.
Got it.
I don't want them fighting yet.
All right.
That's it.
I think we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, I'm ready for your orders.
All right.
I'm gonna get in a car and drive to England. We've lost.
Don't do it, LTD. There's hope still. The night is coming when reinforcements are coming with it, I think.
All right. The three divisions at Kronk Abbey are to attack Kildane. Let's see. Anything else that we should be doing? Anyone?
The division at Crocky is to get on the train and get out of there by way of Elbridge to Ulf Castle.
That's the logistics department. We don't control the trains. We
But we need to probably tell the division to get on the train, and then I think we should take the division at Tidemouth and bring it also to Ulf's Castle, even by overland if they have to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
So what's their orders at Tidmouth?
They're to march to the headquarters at Ulf's Castle.
What route do you want them to take?
Let's have them go by through to Ellsbridge and
cut off to get to us. There's an enemy division there.
There is a train there. James is at Tidsmouth. I don't know what his orders are, but he could take them.
Okay.
What was the orders for the unit at Crosby?
They're to load on the train and try and get out of there and go by rail to Ulfstead Castle.
There's no
train.
There's no train at Crosby.
Oh, there's no train at Crosby?
And they got enough ammo for 2 more hours of fighting.
Okay. They should fall back towards Boyrek and Ellsbridge, depending on which route is clear, if either.
Ellsbridge has an enemy division approaching it, or like if it's not in now, it's that they're not far away.
All right, then probably Toyrek.
Okay. Any other orders?
I don't think so.
Did you march up the British from Kirk Ronan?
I think they're arriving just now. Okay. Guess I'll go listen to logistics.
Because I haven't gotten any messages from them, so.
Yeah, I think James is here to make that call.
Okay.
We're waiting on Edward's orders.
Okay, then Edward is just going to go ahead and head back to Vickerstown.
Heading back to Vickerstown. Okay.
Thank you.
Did the British disembark at Kirk Ronan yet?
The boat?
Yeah, the boat.
It just arrived.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that.
It
there.
has 2 turns to unload. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So how much did it have? Just 1 division?
1 division. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just put it there for now.
They're getting frantic.
it's a tough situation. Well, it's hard to eyeball what's balanced, and then of course forgetting to call in your reinforcements early can hurt.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that's 3 fighting. Yeah, I should show it. Getting dark. Lighting.
Is it 6 p.m.?
Yeah, it's now 6 p.m. So they got one more turn before night. How's it? How are the logistics going?
I'm getting better at it. I think I'm kind of keeping up with them now.
That's good. Yeah, they really well. I didn't analyze the situation very well, but they got like the one lifeline going to the west, and so the invasion force was smart to cut that off. So basically, I mean, they trapped a bunch of rails. What they need to do is load almost nothing but reinforcements for the morning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the 2 trains that just got there, they just loaded with food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell them reinforcements will impact more than food, and they can go without a meal for.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not even gonna get it to them, really.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Oh.
I just put all the wrong pictures in all the wrong teams thing.
Oops.
Dang it. I hate it when I do a dumb mistake like that. think I'm good. And he's gone.
British dude.
All right, gentlemen. A sympathizer from the Isle of Man sent you some secret intel, which you may or may not have seen, about the enemy positions. Did you see that?
We saw some of them.
Okay. Anyway, I accidentally posted their screenshots on yours, but we'll play it off as a spy sympathizer. So your force at Kronk Abbey moves south to attack Kronk. The division that had been broken before breaks again, and it looks like the enemy is coming in quickly from the west and threatening to cut you off and surround you there. The British reinforcements are offloading at Kirkronan at the docks there, and your force near Crosby is falling back, ceding ground towards Toriek, but taking heavy casualties as they do so. The division at Tidmouth is still there, and that train that was there is no longer there. It didn't pick them up, so I don't know what's going on, but they're fresh and looking for orders at Tidmouth.
Alright, can I go first?
Sure.
Yep.
I would like the Sodor Division Wolf's Castle to go to Killstrup instead of positions there. Because I assume Wolf's Castle, they can't cross that. Because I just noticed that there's a river there.
Did you mean Rolf's Castle?
Wolf's, yes. ROLF.
Yeah, there's a little bridge on the east side of town, but otherwise, no.
Alright.
So you want him to go where?
Killstrup. So basically you can have your guys retreat to Killstrup and they'll have that division there. The British are also to head towards Killstrup. Is there any enemy fleets in the area heading towards Kirk-Ron?
No, not that you see. Your secret intel I will share. There was one more transport in the Irish Sea. It had passed through the between the Misty Island and Knapford. That was spotted heading southeast, but you don't know where to.
Have the Sodor Division go to Kirk-Ron then, and the British Division is to go to Killstrup. The KELLSTHORPE.
Okay.
And they're to sit up in there, and perhaps for the guys at Kildane, you can retreat. Because I see a road that you can take. It's going to be kind of treacherous, but you should be able to retreat to Killstrup from there.
Yeah, they can try that. Yeah.
And where are the rest of the British divisions arriving at?
You'll have to ask your logistics team that.
We've told them Rolf's Castle over and over again. If they arrive anywhere else, I have no idea. Shit.
On my part, I would like to have the division near Toyrek continue retreating over the river Els towards the Tidemouth Sheds. The division in Tidemouth is to move directly against the... This isn't going to be easy. They're going to move along the Tid River and kind of make an escape in that direction and secure a position at that bottleneck between the Tid River and the branch of the River Callan that's closest to the Tid River. That forms almost a natural bottleneck in those hills.
So they're on the east side of the Tid River?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the oh, go ahead.
Okay, so the guys at Kronk Abbey, I will have the broken units head east. They're going to go to Killstrup, and I will have the most western unit with the 2 disruption to head behind them, and I will have the western with the 1 disruption be the rear guard. facing west to buy time.
Got it. This is the last turn before night, so we'll have the next turn will be really morning, 6 a.m. Just so you know. And those that have food will eat it. Not all of them did. So I'm gonna give those guys disruption.
And I think we should ask the question: are they going to arrive at Wolf's Castle, or are they arriving at Kirk's Realm?
Okay.
The bridge.
Liberty. Yep. Did not mean to come here.
So then there's just no point for them to fight any longer.
Wait, I did mean to come here. Did I get orders from you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
I can just give him if you want him.
Now let me give an update. I forgot where I was at. So the fighting in Kronk, the enemy crossed the river and attacked Kronk. Your forces at Kronk and Kildane, but they're holding, and probably will still be able to. The force from Marone is about to hit their flank. They haven't quite arrived yet. At Crosby, the enemy is rapidly falling back. They've taken Crosby and are continuing to press. Ellsbridge has been taken. Knapford is taken. And your forces, the ones coming from Harwick, that road's not great, crossing the mountain forested mountain path, but they're making their way. And then, yeah, you can see they're making their progress towards Bill Godred. Alright, now I'm ready for orders.
Alright, going west to east. In Knapford, 2 divisions are going to attack east towards the guys in Toryrek.
Okay.
The other division is going to move northeast and block the bridge between Toryrek and Tidmouth.
Alright.
The guys in Ellsbridge are going to sit still. The guys fighting in Crosby are going to keep fighting. Push them. Push them. The 6 divisions marching towards Pilgodred keep marching towards Pilgodred. We have 1 division east of Soderi.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Sure.
I'm just doing movements as you say it.
I do the same thing.
Makes it easy. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
So there's 1 division east of Soderi. They had been moving towards Kronk, but I'm going to change their orders. They're going to move to Killaban and cut the rail line south of Killaban.
Okay.
The guys in Kronk will hold. Keep fighting, but you don't just hold Kronk. The guys in Maran, their orders are to, quote, take Kronk Abbey.
Got it.
That's it. Oh, somebody's on a boat somewhere. Have fun on the boat.
Still going on the boat.
He's on a boat.
No, I have a
Going
question.
to Kirk Ronan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, it is, so those are 8 o'clock orders. The next turn will be morning, 6 a.m. orders, just so you know.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, umpire, I have a question.
Yep.
In Saderi, in the screenshot, are 2 green supply cards.
Yeah.
Are they ours or?
They're not yours, but they're captured. They're rail cars full of food supplies left behind by the enemy.
GP.
Very nice from Sam to send them to us.
We're eating well here.
Your 1 division in Sudbury's eating well anyway.
Well, the other guys in Kronk have a lot of food.
That's true. They're all eating pretty well.
Can we move them, or we need like a train to
You
move
need a
them?
train to move them.
Oh, so we
Trains are
can
the weapons of the enemy. We don't use such vile contraptions here.
Also, in Crosby, there's also some food there and a lot of ammo. So we. Oh, I thought there was also some food. Well, our guys are doing pretty well, and we're very in line with Sun Tzu teachings.
By the way, that in the middle of the night, your final transport is going to report that Kirk Ronan is occupied and they cannot land there.
Okay. Redirect to Killaban.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you.
Talk to everyone.
All right, we just finished turn 7.
Is it sleepy time, James?
Sleepy time. Go to sleep.
Can we wait? Can we talk? Can we all go in the same channel?
No.
But Telegraph, right? Every 10 minutes.
They're
Over.
cut off in Ulstead.
Why did they cut off in Ulstead?
If you tried to get there, you'd get captured probably.
Wait. All of them?
No,
all of them are
they're not captured, but the enemy is between you and them. So.
Are we just the military now? I think we're just the military, guys. I think we're just everything.
Where is Ulstead at? Oh, okay, they're cut off.
Well, I mean, the enemy controls Kronk and Kildane, so I don't know how you're going to get over there in the night.
Oh, there's a yellow line here.
Yeah, but who's going to oversee the loading if you guys go that way?
No, we're just talking about the telegraph system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, right? I think James, I mean 6. It's like 10 minutes wait time.
27. You want the F-14.
All right, so we're processing 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The next turn will be the morning. We'll get your morning orders.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, not one night order because I know the boat moves. Boat moves back to Vickerstown after unloading. Yeah.
Okay, done.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back.
I wasn't certain, but I'm giving the reinforcements 2 ammo, 1 food. So.
Oh yeah, they'll start with that. That's good thinking. Didn't even think about it. All right, so I need to give 2,000 pictures. This is the defense force. I should have made it darker. Let's see. Is yeah. All right. I guess I'll be getting the orders for the mornings. Increase the light. Yeah. We'll do. Let's see. It's 10:45. We'll still shoot to go 11:30. So we'll try and get most of the second day done if we can.
Okay.
We'll just see how far we get.
All right. Sounds good.
But I'm gonna go ahead and get my orders. All right. So I'm giving you a late night update, and then I'll take your orders for the following morning. Your force north of Kronk reports they were able to make their escape over the mountain and will set up camp just on the opposite side for the night. The enemy did not chase them, thankfully. You got a division at Kirk Ronan, and the British are heading north to Kelsthorpe. There's also the division being pulled by Percy just east of Kelsthorpe. Back to the west at Tidmouth, your one division ran out of ammo and fled. They did make it to, I guess, the area between the River Callan and Tid River, and then that other division was ahead of them and moving up that way, off road. And but they are being pursued by the enemy. And citizens in Peel Godred are reporting seeing enemy troops marching to the west of the town.
All right. Can I get my orders?
Yeah, go for it.
So I actually have control of the troops in Normanby. Can they just go over to Lakeside or Shirley instead of positions there?
I don't know what you're talking about. Troops where?
Are they still there? Or that map marker outdated?
Normanby? No one's there now.
Oh.
They're at Killstroke Road. That's the troops that's
on
there.
the train to Kelsthorpe.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind then. I think they're gonna. Well. Alright. And again, all British troops are to go to Killsthorpe when they arrive.
Okay.
Kelsthorpe Road looks like a good place to set up a new depot and line along the river. A train line there and things. And a station.
So who's James, for our HQ, if we want to move our HQ, I'm guessing that'd require a train to help us move that.
Oh, I see. There's a train with you.
Oh, there is. Perfect.
Yeah, James has arrived.
And do I see any ship on the horizon heading to Kirk Ronan?
You did. Your division at Kirk Ronan reports seeing an enemy ship in the bay, but they turn around and then head northwest to Sudbury Bay.
Can we shoot at them with naval cannons?
You don't have any naval guns, sorry.
I guess they just see us there. I'm gonna hope they just saw us there and decided to leave.
Yep. Looks like it. Any other orders?
Yeah, for the troops between the Tid River and the River Callahan, the Northeastern Division is to deploy skirmishers at any particular choke point that they please, and then have the bulk of the division continue to retreat northeast along with the depleted division. And they're just going to keep moving northeast and leave behind a few skirmishers to delay the enemy in the night.
Okay. Got it. Anyone else?
Yeah. The HQ is going to try and get on James and get out of here.
All right. I guess it's up to the logistics crew to make sure you're picked up, but
we will commandeer the train by force, train route, highway of train route.
Of course, with Kildane taken, I guess you're going to take the quarry route across the mountain.
If that's not already taken, but that's our only hope.
Yeah, I think that's our only
yeah, they're going for Killstroke. Ugh.
All right.
Yeah, following the road.
All right. Good luck.
It destroyed.
All right. So your late night update. The enemy at Tidmouth basically turned and fled, and they went up the ground between the River Callan and Tid River with your troops in pursuit. But it's getting dark and harder to follow them. The enemy north of Kronk abandoned the fight and fled east across the mountains. Kronk Abbey is now in your control. Kronk remains in your control. And I think that's about it.
I don't want to order any night marches. So what do you need from us this turn?
Your orders from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Perfect. So I'll go from west to east. In Tidmouth, 3 divisions are going to pursue the retreating enemy wherever they go. The other 4 divisions are going to move east through Wellsworth towards Moran to link up with everybody else.
Okay.
We're going to occupy Peel Godred with 6 divisions.
Do you really want to do that march over to Maroon in the nighttime? That will take a long time.
No.
These are morning orders.
We're doing between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Okay.
for these orders. No, I definitely don't want a night march. In Kronk, we'll have the force from Kronk Abbey pursue but not attack the retreating enemy through the pass. Just want to block them up. And the troops in Kronk will remain in Kronk and face east.
Do you want to move them to Baldane? So we have it in line with Killerban?
Not yet. I do eventually. I think that's a good idea, but if they came across Belladrine right now, that'd be okay.
Okay.
You know what? How about this? We'll send 1 division from Killaban to Belladrine. If there's a bridge, break it.
And you say that the Killaban destroyed the rail, the brown rail in Killaban?
Yes.
James, did we break a rail in Killaban south of Kronk?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 division from Killaban is going to go to Belladrine and destroy any crossings.
Last question. We wanted to ask that for several turns, but every time forgot. Can they use the ferry system?
Oh, right.
Can they use the ferries? They do have boats that they are using, or boats using for transport. Yes, so somewhat limited, but yes.
Thank you.
All right, I think that's it.
Also, the prisoners are going to Douglas. I'm not sure if they're still there.
Yeah, I just moved them.
Perfect.
All right.
They actually can't get away with doing that. Anyway, that's my read on it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Well, maybe if they maybe they'd be doing better. Maybe do better. They communicate.
Well, that's what Kriegsspiel is fundamentally. It's an exercise about communication.
You guys having fun?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. We're doing great.
We have
great
shipped
here.
so much stuff, despite not knowing what is happening.
You know that Kriegsspiel players thing. Where everyone lists all their player things. I need to add an extra box to explain why this loss isn't my fault.
Well, you see.
Man,
I love how we're given a telegraph and somehow the communication is significantly worse than like a normal Kriegsspiel.
Yeah.
I don't understand how. Everyone has a 10-minute cooldown.
All right. Need any help with logistics or?
No, I just finished that turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm basically staying ahead of the game.
I see they got 3 divisions on the way. If you want to, for making life easy, instead of having to move 3 of those blue rail cars, you can just put a division behind them.
Okay, yeah, that might be easier.
So, okay. Don't know if it'll be enough to turn the tide, but maybe. All right, I'm gonna do my military pictures. So 6 a.m. Day 2.
Well, at least they've sort of made a line at Rolf's Castle and Kelsworth.
Yeah, they did a good job. I mean, it started off kind of bad, but they're doing a good job, like picking a point, and we'll give them a chance to counter. Because technically, like, as they keep getting reinforcements, they'll eventually outnumber the invasion force. But it's a question of, can the invasion force capture the whole island before that point?
Yeah, they're definitely in a reactionary mode. Yeah, the logistics is a lot easier when everything's on the east side of the island.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the west. Did any rail cars get trapped over in the west, or they end up?
No, they've managed to get them all out.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I might have given them a little help with Thomas.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because they were going to drive them straight into the enemy.
Well, they are a sentient train, so they can make smart decisions. Alright, I think I am ready to get my orders.
I thought they'd be from.
Alright, so starting from the west, your two divisions by the Tid River report that they are holding on the hills between the two rivers. It's a pretty good choke point, and the enemy cannot bring their numbers to bear, so they're actually doing quite well. But they are low on ammo. They only have enough for another 2 hours, and are calling for more ammo. A force of 6 divisions is reported to have occupied Bilgodred late in the evening. Your force that escaped from Kronk Abbey is on its way to Kelsthorpe. And you got a division at Cork Ronan, a division at Rolf's Castle, and Kelthorpe now. I think that's it. I'll come back for orders.
Slam it. And I don't want to like make him sad because he's so pure and kind. And he likes Thomas a whole lot. We have to kill Thomas.
You talking about making Kevin sad?
Yeah, I'm saying like, I think this is going well, but I feel a little guilty because I know Kevin loves Thomas, and Kevin's such a good person. He's like so pure.
All right, so your force, you got 4 divisions heading towards Wellsworth. The 3 chasing the enemy northeast of Tidmouth report that the enemy is holding at a bottleneck between the River Colin and Tid River, and doing quite well. They are doing quite well, holding you off for the moment. Pilgrodrid is occupied. Your force has left Kronk Abbey and is crossing the mountains to chase after the enemy. And then one force is moving into Balladrine and is already working to destroy one bridge. There's a second larger one. Actually, 2 more bridges. And that's it.
Okay, west to east. The guys near Tidmouth remain engaged. You don't have to attack aggressively, just remain engaged. The force in Wellsworth is going to continue moving to Moran. You know what? I'm going to send 2 divisions to Moran and 2 to Soderi, because I'm afraid of their boats.
Okay.
The guys in Pilgodred, 2 divisions are going to stay in Pilgodred. 1 division is going to move south to Kirkmacken and destroy the rail nexus at Kirkmacken.
Okay.
The other 3 divisions are going mountaineering east-southeast towards Lakeside.
Okay. Mountain
It's a small lake in the middle of the mountain range.
Right.
Got it.
In the vicinity of Kronk, the lead 2 divisions in the mountain pass are going to halt right there, and those 2 divisions are going to guard that pass. The other 2 divisions are going to return to Kronk and eat green food blocks.
Got it.
That's it.
All right, thank you.
East Corps.
I forgot to mention that basically your 5 divisions that aren't on the east side of the island don't have any food, so they're quite hungry and suffering for it. All right, I need your orders.
I can go first. It's one of the easiest ones. The division in the rear is to continue retreating northeast, try and get to Hackenbeck. The division that's currently holding the line deploy skirmishers if they can to try and hold the choke point, but also then retreat northeast if they can with the other division.
Sorry, say that one more time.
The 2 divisions between the Tid River and the River Callahan are going to retreat northeast to Harbecken.
Okay.
Or Harbeck. They're going to try and deploy skirmishers to hold that crossing that choke point as long as possible, but I need the divisions to get out of there.
Okay. What other orders?
The 3 units coming from Crunk's Abbey are heading to Ruff's Castle. I mean, they have to collect food, so.
Okay. What else?
It wasn't gone yet. We did this, right? We did that. I think that's everything. That's all our troops that we have.
I see a division at Kirk Ronan, a division at Rolf's Castle, one at Kelsthorpe.
Oh yeah, the division at Kirk Ronan is to head north towards Rolf's Castle by foot.
Okay.
And bring whatever supplies it can as well with it.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Also, the divisions at Rolf's Castle should guard the crossing over the river at Rolf's Castle. That should be that's their current posture. And then the Brits in Kelsthorpe should be in the castle that kind of defends the road and that crossing as well.
In the castle. Okay.
Yeah, defending that crossing.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
We all make it? Are we all at Rose Castle?
I don't know.
Rolls Castle is like a cluster. I'm not sure how all these trains fit in here.
The great thing is that this is actually pretty close to the main line to Vickerstown. So there's actually 2 or 3 tracks that goes along this route in the actual island of Sodor. So you could theoretically run a lot of trains up and down.
In the what?
In the Isle of Sodor.
The actual island of Sodor.
Yeah, the actual island of Sodor. Yeah, this is the express line. Honestly.
Yeah, I went to Google Maps looking for Sodor, and I couldn't find it.
Maybe it's on the Arcana maps. The 18th and 19th century maps.
I think it's the fabled city of Atlantis that fell into the sea.
Okay, boys, we gotta get those.
you need any help on the logistics?
No, I moved it all.
Oh.
It was pretty easy. It was all like go to Rolf's Castle.
Yeah, that does make
So-
it easy. All right. Well,
Yeah.
then we're
Hershey's is the only one. There's only one division there that's unloaded though.
okay. We're at. You might get to where I'm the one slowing you down. Okay, so we're at 800 now. Actually, I'm gonna be getting fast because all they're consolidating. I don't have to do so many pictures. Did their HQ make it escape and get to?
Yeah, it's just north of Krosny Kurin on James. Northeast of Croven's Gate. Or northwest, sorry. Oh, I can ping, can't I? How do I ping? Good. Oh, no.
All right, I'm gonna go get my orders.
Match, and I don't think they can get out.
All right, so
What?
your two divisions extracting themselves and have made it into Hackenbeck, but the enemy is in close at hand in hot pursuit. The three divisions fleeing from Kronk are passing through the Whispering Wood and are about to enter Wolf's Castle. And you can see in the screenshot there's quite a mash of troops and supplies and trains all around Wolf's Castle. It's quite busy. Lots of troops stepping over each other. No sign of the enemy really near there. And that's about it, I think.
Okay, I have a plan. I am going to take my fresh troops and the British to Kilstrup. We're going to rally there, and then we're going to march to Kildane. And you guys, how about you guys rest those divisions at Wolf's Castle in Kilruan?
I have to. I got to get supplies, so that's
Oh,
why I'm
yes.
heading there.
I'll take the fresh troops at Wolf's Castle.
All the
Rally
British
at-
ones? Because I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at Rolf's Castle, including 3 British.
The Sodor and the British.
Okay.
I mean,
Why don't you march to Kellaby Road? And
I'll
you'll
do
be
that.
on the rail.
I'll do that.
I think that's. I mean, we know the enemy's numbers in the area. It's up to what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divisions, and you're bringing how many? 5, I
1,
think.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Oh, so you're not just bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so you're bringing. Oh, okay. I mean,
What? There's only 7 divisions at Kildane. And
how
they're...
cool
Listen,
Hey, James.
I'll start marching them towards Kilberry, okay? Okay?
Kellaby.
I mean, I'm just.
I'll come
Okay.
back.
Most
Alright.
likely they will just,
An
I
update.
think
Let's see.
We have
Let's see.
screenshots.
They've had screenshots. So your troops are moving to Lakeside as ordered. Kirkmacken has been taken and the rail line's being cooked and bent. You got 4 divisions passing past Walsworth. And then the enemy near the Tid River is falling back. They've fallen back into Hackenbeck, and your troops are pursuing. I think that's it.
Okay. Going west to east. The guys chasing Hackenbeck keep chasing towards Hackenbeck. Their goal is to remain engaged.
Okay.
The troops in Wellsworth, we're going to send 2 divisions to Moran and 2 to Soderi. The division that just destroyed Kirkmacken, I'm sorry, are they in the process of destroying Kirkmacken, or have they destroyed Kirkmacken?
In the process.
They will keep doing that then. And the Lakeside Camping Expedition will continue to Lakeside. In Kronk Town, most units are going to stand still, but the unit in Valadrine is going to destroy the other crossing. Make sure that there's no crossing over that river in Valadrine.
Okay.
That's it.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Should we all?
James, you will be remembered as a hero. Anyway, Umpire James.
Hello.
Because we have 2 James. I am moving the British forces and the 2 fresh Sodor divisions to Kellababy. Kellaby?
Kellaby.
Kellaby.
Kellaby. Okay.
Kellaby Road is the station.
I am moving them. Can you send that on logistics that I'm moving them to Kellaby Road? Because I already typed something.
I will do that, yeah.
Alright. Any other orders for infantry?
Nah, just keep moving my 3 to Rose Castle so they can get resupplied.
Okay.
As for my 2, I want to move them to there to continue falling back through I have no pronoun. The double FAR place
Farquhar.
and back towards Ulfstead. They can march either along the line or they can try and go up the hill. Either way works, but they're continue falling back.
Henry, can you also tell them we need some fodder too in Rolf's castle to move some of those supplies if we need?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we finished our orders.
Do we need 12?
Well, I don't think James has done all the pictures for the military yet.
No. Are you way ahead of me?
Picture.
I think I'm way ahead of you.
Okay, because I'm about to do 10 o'clock.
I wish I'd been putting numbers.
That's alright.
Next to these turns.
Well, 10 o'clock would be your second turn, right? How long are the turns?
2 hours.
4 hours? 2 hours? So it'll be your third turn of the day.
Yep, that's correct.
Let's see. Night was 9. So 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some interesting notes to, I don't know, for the post game.
Okay, good. We will hear them.
Outstanding.
Okay, I think we're ready for. Yeah, we're ready for. We're at the same point then. We're
Okay,
at 10 o'clock.
Good.
In fact, I learned something.
Brad, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the supplies at Kirk Ronan, can they get to the rest of the army, or do we need to get some fodder over there?
Well, they're unloading this turn. No, I don't think they can. Well, you have one.
So I have
you have one
there.
division that's unloading.
Yeah.
I don't know. How much supplies a division can carry, honestly.
They can carry 2 ammo and 1 food.
Okay. Then
Then the answer is we should balance this out a little bit more next time, Kermit.
All right, gentlemen. So, there's quite the bottleneck and traffic jam as some divisions cross the bridge and try to turn left to Kellaby, while other divisions are trying to go east to get into Rolf's Castle, and they're stepping all over each other, and not much movement is made on either side. So that's near Rolf's Castle. Back at Hackenbeck, your troops continue to flee down the road towards Ulfstead, trying to keep ahead of the enemy. Stragglers are getting caught and captured, but the main bulk of the divisions are still safe and running. And that's it. I'll come back for orders. All right. The enemy continues to flee towards Ulfstead. You continually are picking up stragglers as men are left behind. Can't keep up with the main division, so you're picking up more and more prisoners as you go, and continue to chase them. The rail lines at Kirkmakan has been destroyed. Your troops are still growing up the mountains towards Lakeside, and your division at Balladrine is destroying the bridges, the 3 bridges there.
Okay. West to east. We're going to send a flotilla of 5 transports to Sudbury Bay and anchor in Sudbury Bay.
Okay.
We are going to have the guys chasing towards Ulfstead continue chasing towards Ulfstead.
Okay.
We're going to send the Kirk-Mackin Engineering Division southwest towards Ulfstead. You know what? No, we're going to send them straight south. We're going to send 1 division from Pielgadrid southwest to Ulfstead. I don't think they're going to go to Arlesdale. Or if they do, they can just be trapped up there. That's fine. The 2 divisions in Marone will stay there. The divisions in Sudbury will stay there. In fact, everyone else will stay there, other than the Lakeside Camping Expedition. So Balladrine, Killaban, Kronk, Moran, and Soderi are all stationary.
All right.
I should be ordering them to dig in, but I don't care enough.
It's past midnight for you. You've passed the point of caring.
Why can't I pay that charge, James?
All right. I'm here for your orders.
Three
West Core.
divisions will get off the road.
Okay.
My 2 divisions, West Corps, as I'm probably just going to end up referring to them, are to continue to retreat through Ulfstead and then further down along that kind of lake there, and then kind of retreat almost directly east as much as possible.
Okay. What else?
Okay. I think that's. Oh, James, you gave your orders right for your guys, James?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And then everything, right?
Did we give orders for the
These guys to get out of the way,
Kellaby?
and the guys to.
Okay. You're going to Kellaby, okay.
Yeah, mine are getting out the way so they can just go ahead pass through. They tired and hungry anyway.
Okay, so those troops
Umpire James, do we have units that don't appear on our map? There's one in Croven's Gate, British Croven's Gate. Are there any others that we can?
I don't see one in Croven's Gate.
The last green shot, there was one. Oh no, sorry, that was 10 o'clock. Sorry,
There's one in
that was the 8
Kelsthorpe
o'clock one.
that I don't know.
Kelsthorpe Road.
Yeah, which is supposed to be joining the line of British and Sodor infantry going to Kellaby.
Okay, they are.
Okay, James, can I hop on the train that's in Kenseth Road where our H quarters is and head back to the logistics hub?
Sure.
All right, I think I'm gonna do that. So, you guys keep moving on Killaby. I'm gonna go back and liaise with them, get fodder up here, and also start. I'm gonna divert some supplies and a one unit of troops and some supplies to the Sarkily or Sark, or however the hell you say it, in the mountains, to get some of the light there.
Okay,
yeah.
We only need fodder if we're planning to
them?
move supplies cross country.
I know. I'll tell them to get fodder, of course. Anything else?
But why? What do we need the fodder for?
So we can get supplies to places like Kelsthorpe and Kellaby if we are going to do an attack on Kildane. Well,
If we're attacking along the railway line, we don't need fodder. We need the trains.
I just corrected myself.
If you could let
we
them
need
know
to find,
that
as you suggested, find a division and send it to Skarloey on a train.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Just to make sure nothing's coming over the hills.
if you could let them know that I'm abandoning Ulfstead and to send any supplies or anything they're sending to me, just pretty much send it to Hilltop along the Slate Quarry route.
Okay.
That's basically where I'm going to be running towards. Is I'm trying to get into that Slate Quarry where my troops can just go through the quarry and again use it as a bottleneck.
Okay.
Ended up on the same cycle.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I blame the military.
No, that's actually going to be one of my notes for the debrief.
Blame the military.
Yeah,
The big changing of the guard in the Whispering Woods right now.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load Percy with supplies because Percy got back first. So we're gonna do that. So let's do. What do you think we need more? Food or ammunition?
Food. I would take 2 food, 1 ammo.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, Edward is gonna move to Vickerstown. Jay's moving to Vickerstown. Okay, I guess your orders are pretty straightforward, Marshall. Right? You're just moving to Vickerstown.
Yeah, returning, and then I'll take probably 2 food and ammo. Right?
2 food, 1 ammo. Yeah, that sounds right.
Actually, I'm wondering if we need more troops when you get to Vickerstown.
I was planning to pick up at least one extra troop with one of my 2 trains.
Oh, and move the boat back, Kermit, to Vickerstown.
Is the boat finished unloading, or is it still? Because
it's done unloading.
It's done unloading. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I think boat is just going to constantly do division, food, ammo.
I thought it was supposed to be a ship, but we're just calling it a boat.
Am I good to do 12 o'clock, Brett?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Ulfstead.
All right.
Did I get to go to the logistics people yet?
Oh yeah. Well, what train? I don't know. Oh, let me ask.
I
don't know what Edward's doing. Let me see. Hey, is Edward? What's Edward doing?
Edward.
Moving to Vickerstown.
Edward just unloaded.
Okay, yeah. And then he's going back to Vickerstown.
Yeah, he unloaded during the 10 o'clock.
Yeah, the last turn. Yeah.
Okay, so this turn you getting Sir Topham Hatt is coming to tell you that you've caused confusion and delay.
Oh, it's us! It's us!
Here's Sir Topham Hatt himself.
Oh my gosh!
He's so alive.
Oh my god!
Tell them they've caused confusion and delay, Sir Topham Hatt.
Oh yes. Stella.
All right. Sir Topham Hatt has left on Edward. Your fresh reinforcement force is marching up the road. They're passing by Kellaby now. Forward scouts report that the 3 bridges southeast of Belladrine have been destroyed and are burning. You've still got a British division at Kirk Ronan, and one has just been dropped off at Kelsthorpe Road. And you got the 2 divisions that are passing by Ulfstead now, trying to get east as ordered.
Do we have anything to repair the bridges?
Yes, not quickly, but yes.
All right, begin setting up that, and I want to have 2 Sodor division. I just want to have a Sodor division check. Do you know that small little mountain pass that our guys went down to get here? I want them to not go down that road, but scout it out, see if anyone's guarding it.
Okay. So one of the Sodor divisions is heading back that way.
And I want the rest of the divisions to set up at the bridges and be like basically when the Iron Man look their way, they see a bunch of these divisions repairing the bridges.
Okay.
And have the other bridges divisions also come to Kellerby, by the way. So I actually do have an idea. If you guys would be willing to hear me.
By the way, it is lunchtime, so your men are all consuming food.
Yes. Wait.
So my idea is that after we repair the bridges,
I have no. Oh,
I'm here.
hello.
All right. So, what do we know? The chase continues east of Ulfstead. As you can see, your Balladrine force your division had sent a couple scouts across the river and report that they see a column marching up the road past Kellerby and dust rising in the distance. And that's about it, I think.
Are all of the bridges in Balladrine out?
They are now, yep.
All right, cool. All right, orders from west to east. Ulfstead Corps continue chasing. The division moving southwest from Pilgodred will move southwest to try and intercept the enemy. The guys who moved straight south and now are directly east of the retreating enemy are going to move east and try to cut them off.
You mean west?
You mean west?
West, thank you. God damn it.
They almost went the wrong way.
I know, but my glorious staff saved me. In Maran, one division is going to move north to complete the encirclement of those Sodorians.
Should we send the 3 units we have in Kronk to just reinforce Beladin in the case they want to rush the river?
Yep, we're about to. I'm just going west to east. I definitely think we're about to. We're going to send 4 divisions that are currently in Kronk, just east of Killaban. Like, just east of Killaban.
Where's the bridges?
Right.
Okay.
We will have the unit already in Killaban attempt to destroy the westernmost bridge just south of Killaban. The intent would be to leave one single bridge across that river.
Yep. Okay.
And then the guys in Soderi can stay there, and we'll have 1 division in Maran and I think 2 in Kron. If I did my math right.
Yeah. And our next expedition is to continue.
Yes. Thank you. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you.
the Sodor division is closer to it.
All right, I'm ready for your orders.
So, the Sodor division and the Vanguard basically have a Sodor division go to the mountain pass at the Standing Stone. I don't want them to go down it. I just want them to scout it out, see if there's any guarding force there, but they're not attacking or anything. Mm-hmm. And the Brits and the other Sodor division are going to start rebuilding the bridges.
Okay.
My 3 divisions are going to go into Rose Castle to resupply, and the HQ will be moving into Kelstrup Castle.
Oh, okay.
Where?
And the other 2 British divisions at Kelstrup Road and Kirk Ronan, send them up to Kellerby.
also 2 bridges still over the river at Balladrine, the little bridges inside the town itself. They've destroyed the major bridges, but not the little ones in the town itself.
So anyway, we need a consensus. Are we gonna try the flanking plan?
They're gonna need fodder. Do 1-1-1. Do 1 food, 1 ammo, 1 forge for both.
Yep.
Both ranges. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
bridges at Kildane. No way.
James, are we ready for 1400?
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Okay.
How do we get engineering supplies? Okay. So you got everyone. You two both got your orders there, Marshall and Kermit. You guys good?
Yeah.
Let me get my orders in then for you, Brett.
Oh,
you got them already? Oh,
no, I don't. I don't see anyone's orders.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get you them.
Okay, all right.
Give me a second.
You know what they are. You're just gonna type them out.
Yeah, just type it out for you, so you can have the reference. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna have them. I think that if you want troops then to defend Gem from the mountain side, you should have them to defend at the lakeside area, because lakeside is that choke point.
Wait, let me see. Where's Lakeside? Oh yeah, Lakeside. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sparkly, or however you say it, that area is where I thought they should be. But I think at this point, if the enemy's taking that route, they've advanced like past that point by now. That's why I'm a little worried.
I don't think they'd be able to make it that far.
It's what time is it now? It's 1400, I think. If my memory serves me correctly. So like it's already it started at 8, I think, was the first turn of the day. So
I think it's 6. Was it 8 or 6?
Just
6 a.m. was the first start of the day.
Never mind. So then they have more time. Yeah, I think I think we're cooked.
What do you mean?
I don't know. This is.
We literally have unlimited resources coming from our big friend across the pond, the United Kingdom.
Ow! God!
It is merely a matter of time until our.
Yeah, we got a man down. Are you okay?
You okay?
I hit my head on my bookshelf. That's like a little lower than it's supposed to be. Oh God! I'm good now. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, maybe now you'll play better.
I get. Hopefully, I've been shit this game.
Do we not?
All right,
Also,
gentlemen.
Henry, I'm sorry if I sounded like a dick.
Your divisions east of Ulfstead, unfortunately, were intercepted by enemy divisions coming from the east and north, and your 2 divisions there have surrendered after a short fight. Back southeast, your other divisions have reached the bridges and are starting to try to repair them. J-Rock's men have finally gotten back to Rolf's Castle and have eaten a full meal and resting there.
And if I see right, there is an enemy division trying to come down from Harwin Rusik.
Your scouts report that bridge is still intact. The enemy is on the opposite side. They marched up to it, but they've stopped and are not crossing. So.
Have the Sodor division, the British division in the rear assaulted.
Okay.
Bring those 2 British divisions up to Killaby. Sorry if I said that several times. The ones in the rear and the Killstrap.
Yep.
Alright. And are we engaging that division in Belladrine?
Not yet. They've held back so far.
Okay.
Alright. Any other orders?
Nope.
Okay.
the screenshot for those orders you just.
All right. Good news. The 2 divisions you've been chasing for half a day are now finally captured. They have surrendered to you east of Ulfstead. The enemy has advanced and is now across the river Howin Russug. They are attempting to repair the bridges at outside Balladrine. Your division's asking if they should, what they should do about it, and
Shoot the engineers.
That's about it.
All right, we'll go west to east. Do you guys want to just stay in Suderi and not do amphibious landing things in Belnock?
Not yet. Get them stuck in, probably.
Okay, all right. Then, the guys south of Killaban, are they still working on destroying that bridge? Or is it toast?
It's toast by now.
Okay, then the 5 divisions in Killaban, I want to form up 3 up 2 back, right across the only surviving bridge. The division in Balladine is to skirmish and try and take pot shots at the engineers.
We can send the 2 units in Kronk as reinforcements to Balladrine to hinder any repair efforts.
Exactly. We're going to send the 2 divisions in Kronk to Balladrine. We're going to send the division in Maran and the division north of Maran to Kronk.
Hold on, I got lost. Division Maran to Kronk.
Yep, division north of Maran to Kronk.
Okay.
I want up there in Ulfstead, the single most damaged division will stay in Ulfstead with both units of enemy prisoners, while the other 4 divisions move directly east to be about halfway between Pilgadrid and Kronk.
Question, how far up can we sail our transport ships?
He means up the river.
Which river?
The one to Maron or the one to Pilgordred?
They can't get past Sudbury, really.
Okay. Sad.
Oh, lakeside camping. Keep camping.
Camping or hiking?
Hiking to camp.
See, this is why I need staff, James. At 12:40 at night, I can't. That's it, I think. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen, for keeping me sane. I really.
Just gonna roll.
Are we at 1600 yet?
Yeah, I'm about to. We're just gonna call it here. It's
Okay.
late. I'm just gonna do combat real fast.
Sure. I won't bother moving anything.
Yeah, we'll bring everyone together and talk about where we're at, and end it there. Let them decide for themselves who won. All right, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and bring everyone to the lobby.
Rip.
Oh, never mind.
You knew it was coming.
Yep.
Oh.
We already know.
Had to be soon. All right. Let me, Sir Topham Hat, how do you think you're doing?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Okay. I guess the French, you are the self-appointed CIC of the invasion force. How do you think you're doing?
I think we have conquered the island of the train.
I can't hear him.
You got super funky.
I said I think we have conquered the island of the train people.
Can I say how I think I was doing?
Sure.
I think that the British were about to help us retake the island.
All right. So this was an interesting game, different from the normal fare, different rule set, especially having to consider the logistics. So the challenge that each side had, the invasion force had an overwhelming force. They had 24 divisions to the 8 defenders. So the defenders weren't going to initially be able to stop very much. But it was a challenge of keeping their division supplied and then getting reinforcements in, and basically had unlimited supplies and reinforcements. It's just a matter of getting them in and whether they could stop the invasion in time. And so the invasion force first focused here at Sudbury. I think they were wise to focus on the south and the main, that's where the main rail lines going east to west across the island were. So they landed here, and then another force here. And then they landed subsequent forces here, 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 and here, and then basically pushed inland. They were slowed down at some points, but never really, I don't think they lost any battles. So they pushed all the way up to Kronk. There's a little bit of fighting here in Crosby, but then they chased that force over this way. And then these forces were unopposed. They went into Peel Bodred and then moved east and then south. And so now there's a new line. There's this force of 3 divisions about to take Lakeside, but there's also 1 British division coming to reinforce it. So there'll be some fighting, but that 1 division is going to be in trouble. And then basically a line's been established here at the Hawen Rasag River. The Isle of Man destroyed most of the bridges but 1, and you can see the Sodor plus their reinforcements have pressed and are now trying to rebuild the bridges and fight there. I think it's going to be they're going to need a couple more days of probably reinforcements before they have the strength to push back and potentially reclaim the island. But that's kind of where it ended. So the invasion force didn't take the entire island. I don't know if they could have in a day and a half. That would be a tall order. They did pretty good with what they had. The defending force got overrun, as was to be expected. I think they had a lot of logistics guffaws, as I hoped they would. I know they left a lot of supplies behind as the enemy overran them quickly. We got 2 full food rail cars in Sudbury. The depot in Kronk was overrun. So that was a miss, but hopefully, I know it was probably very frustrating for the defending force, but hopefully it was fun to do a logistics game. I'm very grateful. I was going to do this by myself, and I'm really glad that Brett volunteered, because I can't imagine doing it all by myself. I'm really happy he did the logistics part. That worked out well. So it was fun to umpire, bit of a different game. I'm going to turn over to Brett to talk about his experience as the logistics umpire, and then we'll let the players talk.
Okay, well, this was my first game ever umpiring, and thanks for bearing with me. It was a lot of fun. It was frantic, trying to keep up with all the orders, especially when the trains were like spread out all over the place. Near the end, where they were all on the east, it got a lot easier. But yeah, I could hear the frustration in the logistics group, and as James had hoped, there was blaming of the military, and the telegraph delay worked well, I think, to add that chaos. So it was a lot of fun to umpire. So I know it was tough on the defense, but good job, logistics guys.
All right, we'll just work top to bottom. So Edward, the blue engine.
Well, thank you, of course, to the umpires, James and Brett, for running this. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Brett, for putting up with our last-minute changes in orders, as we were like, oh, but they actually need this, when they said the telegraph. So appreciate that. Yeah, I felt that we did the best that we could on the logistics team to get what was needed to the military, but we were very spread out and we weren't concentrated, and there's always going to be a delay getting supplies anywhere, simply by how logistics work. So I think we were both a little too late, and like you said, we wasted a lot of trips when we got overran. Towards the end there, I think it was nice that we sort of solidified in the east. I don't know if we could have held it but at least it was something where we can now say, okay, we can concentrate. We know what the military side of things want. But otherwise, I felt there was a lot of missed opportunities for efficiency. So, yeah.
All right. And I think on the logistics side, I think one miss was realizing a couple turns in that you could send the reinforcements as one on your trains. I think had they been sent earlier, that may have made a little bit more of a difference.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't. We didn't. I
just had unlimited troops there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely our bad. We didn't realize we could get unlimited reinforcements. So yeah.
That's all right. Emily, Marshall.
Okay. I had two things to say, and I'll preface it just by saying, I remember Kriegsspiel kind of a learning, a learning exercise. So we want to view it from that perspective and want to try to learn from these games and experiences. And when you hear a comment that sounds like it's critical, it's not necessarily, don't take it negatively, and it's not always personal or anything, or directed towards one team or another. So the first thing is, I would dare say, and this is actually a little bit to the, no, I think James did great, but my comment is Kriegsspiel is an exercise about writing and giving orders. It's about communication before anything else, even before strategy and before logistics. So it's really a game about communications, kind of skinned as a logistical exercise. But if you don't have the communications working, then you can't get the logistics moving on time. And then the second one is kind of a question for self-reflection for everyone. And it's a question of why did we end up thinking one-dimensionally? We didn't think three-dimensionally. We didn't even think two-dimensionally. We thought one-dimensionally. What put us into that mode of thinking? And to explain what I mean by one-dimensional is we were all working off like one main line, and we were all on the same cycle, either loading or unloading, transporting, whatever. And so the logistics and the whole thing was on one cycle. So why did we get into that mode? So that's kind of a question I have for self-reflection. And that's it. Thank you. It was a good game.
Thanks, Marshall. All right. Gordon, J-Rock. You there? Fell asleep. All right, LTD. He's me. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I guess my comment. Wer verteidigt alles, verteidigt nichts. So in our initial dispositions, we had our troops scattered all over the island, and they were just going to be overwhelmed wherever they were. I think we would have been much better off if the entire army had been situated at Kronk, the depot, and then we could have responded to attacks from where they came. It was our little parcels just got destroyed. So that's my comment.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just stay centralized and then maybe use some rail lines to move you or just move on foot. But yeah, you would have done better if you'd done that. James, but not me.
Yeah, I think overall there was definitely flaws in the deployment. Communication for the telegraph was, of course, going to be disruptive and hard. And then also just the nature we had to keep in mind logistics. That was going to be also difficult. But I think one of the bigger oversights that we had is, I think this goes for maybe both the logistics teams, I wasn't over there, and also, at least on the military side, we didn't really break up what we were doing until kind of midway through the game. And I think once we did, we separated into these roles where I was going to take the 2 divisions over in the west. Gordon was going to take the 3 divisions in the center, and everybody else was going to manage the rest of the divisions over in the east. That we really started seeing what we can do, where we can move, and how we can get our troops out of the poor positions that they were initially in. I think I disagree with the idea of concentrating everybody in one place to start with. I think maybe we should have had 2 or 3 groups of concentration, just because one, I don't think we would have been able to move around as effectively because of the rail lines. Maybe if I was to do this again, or go back in time, I would say we should deploy probably 3 in Peel Godred, and then the rest in Kronk to defend the depot. But I think between those factors that have already been mentioned and the fact that we didn't really organize ourselves as a command staff, that was why we ultimately lost the majority of the island.
All right. Mrs. Grindtooth?
Well, yeah, we had a blast on the attacking team. I'm agreeing with the notion that if the defenders would have concentrated at Kronk and P. Godred, we would have a way harder time to do anything. We went with a very YOLO strategy with throwing everything at Sadari in the beginning. Actually, accidentally also taking the airfield there. And from there, we just threw our guys around to take the western half as fast as possible to build then a defensive line towards the eastern half of the island. I probably will have a good time defending that river where now the front line is. And we've thought about doing another amphibious landing somewhat later in the turn when we got rid of the prisoners and have all our guys down in the south.
All right, thank you.
But it was a very nice game. Thank you to the umpires.
Sir Topham Hat?
Yeah, it was a pretty rough game. I definitely think there's a lot of issues. A lot of it, came down to me communicating. I should have probably done a better job of moving in between the logistics and the military instead of just staying with the military for most of the game. And also, even before the game started, planning. It's important, get everyone's input on planning. And I think, for some parts of the plan that didn't happen. So, I think it's another thing that we can work on for another game. But yeah, I'm not thanks to Empires for running the game.
Yeah, thank you. The French?
So, thank you for running the game, Brett. It was super nice to see you umpire. Welcome. Super happy about that. This was one of the most civil games I think I've ever played. A big shout out to my team. We had Theo updating the map on our tabletop sim module, and then we had Langbart as our idea man. And everything was chill. This is supposed to be a game about command friction, but we didn't have any friction. It was really just us chatting as we conquered some train stuff.
Well, you guys didn't have to deal with logistics.
We did not. Well, you guys gave us everything we needed to eat and to shoot, so thank you for that. But I don't know what I would do in the defender's position on this map. Maybe concentrate, maybe not, but that was a really tall order for the defending team, and I think you guys did very well later in the game, and I don't think I could have done better. So thanks everybody for running it. Big thank you to my team, and GG to the train people.
All right, Thijo?
Yes, first of all, thank you for umpiring the game. It was pretty fun with my team. I would say that I could see the problems that the train people had this game, playing with logistic, another type of communication, and in the long run, or what I mean in the start of the game, that run into chaos in the start when we saw that attack on Kronk out of nowhere. I think that was a communication problem, but yes, I now understand better how the game player. I don't know what I could do if I started in that nightmare situation where my communication it's a hard communication. I am being overwhelmed with troops. But yes, it was a good game.
All right, thank you. And then last but not least, Thomas the Tank Engine himself.
Indeed.
Kermit.
Thomas had never seen such what is it? What's the line? It was time for Thomas. No, that's not it.
It's BS.
Thomas had never seen such bullshit. No. This was a fun game. I had a lot of fun playing Train Simulator. Credit to the military team for giving me some hilarious belly laughs as they yelled at us to fill impossible logistics orders while simultaneously not providing us valuable information of that we were losing vital parts. We had many times trains go to places occupied by the enemy, or we had trains go to pick up troops that were no longer there. So that was very hilarious, if nothing else. We had a big old party at Rolf's Castle where we basically all the logistics team sat down and basically were just going like, okay, we don't really understand what we're being told because it's just not possible, so we're just gonna do this instead. And then after a couple of turns, the military HQ told us to do the exact same thing, so that ended up being well. I absolutely agree that we were a bit too spread out at first. And that really hampered our ability to respond. I mean, we were defeated in detail, and then it took us a couple turns to figure out we could actually send logistics could send actual just unlimited troops basically from Britain. So that was also not very helpful. But I will say the most devastating part was the loss of Kronk and Kildren, the depot there, because not only did we lose the best way to resupply basically most of our army, but also all the train lines were then cut. And so we had to evacuate James, the train engine, from basically the western half of the island, dodging French patrols, as it were. And just so happening to arrive at the military HQ the very same turn they were asking for glorious evac. Credit to James for James the engine. The player engine guy whose army apparently died. For finally answering my summons, for providing dispositions and strengths of men. That put such a gleeful smile on my face. It gave me so much dopamine for that. I'll never forget that.
You're welcome.
So it was a bit of a, I don't know if it's balanced or not. May have been a bit of a Kobayashi Maru for the defending team. But I am curious.
One in the morning?
Wolfgang, will you mute yourself?
What?
I'm about to kick you.
I was gonna read.
Read then.
Wolfgang, mute yourself. Okay, I think he did it. I was close to kicking. I guess I'm gonna time him out. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, I did want to ask. So the scenario was difficult, but just the rules in general. Did the logistics or the defending team? Did you enjoy, the rules and how they're formatted? And would you play this again in a different scenario?
Absolutely.
Love it. Yep, we need it more.
Play this again.
Yeah, we need it more. Yeah.
Frank, I want to do this again.
Yeah, I think now we have a lot better understanding of the rules, how it works too. I think so. We actually get the system a lot better now. So I'd definitely be down to play it again.
Frank, you can play regular Kriegsspiel on this map. This is a nice map.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Have both sides have logistics, and then give them somewhat equal footing. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Hit whichever side is more efficient.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for playing. You're welcome to stick around and keep talking. I'm going to finish my recording. Thanks to anyone who watched the whole recording to the end. And,
yeah, it was a tie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, tie. And then next week is the Emu War, so another quirky, fun one.
You had a little bit of a creator going, James.